Oh my goodness. We're not in the desert anymore, Toto. We are really high up. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk through all this, but... Hi, it's me again. Most of you know this is my 944. But today I'm not talking about the 944. I'm here to talk about what's underneath. Years ago, I was told a very wise tale, and it goes like this. There's no such thing as bad weather, just ill-prepared people. And that phrase stuck with me for a long time. In my own way, I always like to kind of challenge it by testing my own grit. And now I'm by myself.
Kind of shit because I'm freaking cold,
but you know what? It's nice to be prepared sometimes. But there's an undeniable truth to this tale. That is, of the things you can't control, weather is the one thing you shouldn't try to skate by on, because you'll lose. And having the right clothing, the right hats, the right gloves, the right shoes, makes all the difference in how you get through uncomfortable weather. But do you know what the one great thing that humans have in common with cars? We both wear shoes. I've been running these tires for about a year now, and I've put them through quite the test, quite a variable range. Not surprisingly, they have held up really well. No chunks out of them, no flats, although I did try my best efforts at getting a flat by hitting a giant rock at night. As you can see here, that giant rock put a dent in the wheel, but it did not get a flat in the tire. I'm not gonna claim that I had any skill in doing that, just good luck and a good tire. And if you want to off-road your Porsche for real and not just do donuts in a parking lot or in a dirt lot, then you're going to want to know how to do this. Within reason, because it's a 944 and none of us are rock crawling. Tires make all the difference in what your car can and cannot do. Now let's get into why you need good tires when you're off-road, because chances are you're here because your tires suck. In case you haven't noticed, my scenery has changed a little bit. I'm no longer in the desert in California. We're up here in Durango, Colorado. So that means that now I get all 4 seasons, whereas California only gets 1. This also means that I need to start preparing for winter, which, if I'm being honest, is something I haven't done for quite a while. So let's start with tires. So even though I have to prepare for the winter and get my tires ready on the Porsche and on my daily driver, I need to prepare myself tactically to drive this 944 in something that I've never done before. And that thing is taking the 944 at the highest it's ever been. I want to take it to the Alpine at 13,000 feet. So what this video is about is the tools necessary to get to the top of that. And most of those have to do with the tires. See, in order for this car to get to the Alpine safely, I have to trust in my tires. There are only 4 little points of contact. If you look at the tire contact patch of a tire, it's not big at all. It's actually terrifyingly small, and we trust our entire lives on these 4 little points. So when it comes to wintertime, it really matters what you know your tires are going to do in the winter, because you only got 4 points of contact saving your life every day. So tread pattern and tire compound are pretty important. But if you want to off-road a Porsche, unfortunately those aren't the only factors that are going to get you by. There's a few other things you got to know. See, the science of a tire can be kind of complicated, even though it's just a circle of rubber. There are 7 basic components to a tire, but I'm going to focus on 4 categories that are going to help us make it to the top of that mountain. That's a cat in the window. But the first one being compound. Now, what does compound mean? The tire compound essentially tells you what type of driving your tires are meant for. The softer the compound, the more grip you'll have. Now, the downside of that is you get less mileage out of it. You get 100% more fun miles out of it, but they're not going to last that long. Now, if you have a harder compound tire, you don't get as much grip because the rubber is not forming around the surface of the ground that you're on as well. The plus side is you get a lot more mileage out of them. Yeah, I know, I'm still working on the room. I'm going to paint it. It's not done. See, tire tread design is a relatively amazing thing. With the right design and tread depth, you can go over pretty much any rock and not get a flat, as long as you hit it right. But if your tread is too spaced apart, that allows things to penetrate through and hit the thin part of the tire. The idea of the tread is to create a depth and a thickness to the rubber so that you can go over anything you want. Obviously, again, I have a 944, so anything that it can do. Now, this next element is crucial to the advancement of your off-roading skill. The element has always been there. You may not have ever known about it, but it was right in front of your face the whole time. And it will open your eyes and change your life about off-roading Porsches. Now, what if I told you there was another dimension to this? Do you want to know what it is? The sidewall is everywhere. It is all around it. You can see it when you look out your window. You can feel it when you get in a pinch, when you hit a rock or a curb. It is the world that the commercials had pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a beginner, Nick. Like everyone else, you were born into a commuter car that you cannot feel in your soul. A prison for your car. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the sidewall is. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, your story ends, and you wake up still doing donuts in a dirt parking lot. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you more grip. Remember, all I'm offering you is the skill, nothing more. Follow me. Yeah, I filmed that last night, actually, right here, by myself. It was quite complicated. And yes, sidewall is this magical thing that most people don't realize is a tool for you in off-roading. And I genuinely believe that this knowledge of the sidewall is what will set Porsche off-road drivers apart from the others. This is what will take your knowledge beyond just doing donuts in a dirt parking lot. That's what I've been meaning this whole time. Having more knowledge of the use cases of your tire takes you a step beyond. And I think this is really important, which is why I made a whole matrix scene and put a lot of effort into that and memorized the lines as best I could, but made a whole script otherwise and studied the whole film. Yeah, so pay attention. And it's something that I learned while working on the race team, watching our racing drivers use their sidewall to the greatest extent that I didn't know was possible. So here's how it works. This sidewall on this tire is much, much thicker than the tires that I had on the car before I rebuilt this. The other ones were paper thin. You could like move them, squeeze them. This tire is genuinely heavier, but it has so many more benefits because of that. There are two things about the sidewall that has benefits. There's essentially tire tread on the side of the tire. You can utilize that to place your tire on the side of a rock, and it will hold you there. It's now a tool for you to use. The other part is tire pressure. It not only allows you to get more grip by expanding the tire tread contact patch, but it creates now a secondary suspension for your car. So when you go over rocks, the tire squishes before the suspension squishes. So now you have double suspension. It does make your ride a lot smoother, and it's something that I really need to do when I go do this trip up to the Alpine. I know, hang on, we're almost to the adventure part, but we got to get through one more thing, and that's this, the Three Peaks snowflake symbol. And what does that mean? It means that these tires and any other tire with that symbol are rated for severe weather conditions in the snow. So these tires are great for the snow, which hopefully I don't need when I do this on the weekend, because it would be a little terrifying to get stuck on the snow at 13,000 feet. So when you're looking for tires to do any sort of off-road terrain or even commuting, and you're looking to be in unfavorable weather, look for that symbol. Make sure you get that 3-peak snowflake rating. Otherwise, your tires aren't going to do the job. Which reminds me, when you are looking for tires, you can visit simpletire.com and they know how to find that tire for you. If you don't know what that symbol is or what to look for, they'll help you. If you don't know what size of tire you need, they'll help you. If you need to know what type of tire you need for any sort of condition, they'll help you. They make it pretty simple. Just go on their site, either talk to a representative or type in your tire specifications and your needs, and they can find a solution for you. They give a whole bunch of varieties. You just pick what you want, send it to your favorite dealer. Simple Tire just sends my tires to Durango Jiffy Lube. I just pop down the street and they get put on. Super easy. I will say it's really nice to have local friends that are excited about doing what they do. It helps a lot. So remember, when you order tires from Simple Tire, just order it to your favorite local installer. They'll take care of you, sign away, off you go. So now I am fully kitted up with Falken tires on both of my cars. The off-road Porsche has Falken Wild Peaks on it that are indeed 3-peak snowflake rated. Now my daily driver has snow tires that are also 3-peak snowflake rated. The Falken Acclimates are the best chance that my little Focus has at not getting stuck in the snow. I think. We'll see how much snow happens in Durango. But these tires are sick. Okay, now we can actually prepare for the real cool thing and go up to the mountains. I'm excited for this. I've been thinking about this for a while and hoping that the weather's been holding. It's been raining a lot, but now it's sunny and it should be sunny for the next few days. So I think the mountain passes are clear and I think we can do this now. Well, as you can see, we're at the bottom of the Alpine. We're not above the tree line yet, we're close, but as you can see, there's snow. And I'm hoping that where we're going, there isn't that much snow, but it's looking okay from here. We do have to go in that canyon and we'll find out. But there's a reason why I have my safety team. See, and the biggest reason I have Amanda and James coming is because they have a car that's actually more capable than mine with 4-wheel drive. Remember, I've only got 2-wheel drive and that's why they're here, and best of luck to me. Like I said, sidewall is a really important tool, and having such a thick sidewall and such a light car allows me to deflate my tires so I can have a little more suspension and go over rocks a little easier. With the full air pressure, which right now I'm at 27.4 PSI. Now when I lower the air pressure, all right, so I found out that my lowest tire was 16 PSI and it's been holding at that. So I'm not going to 21, I'm going to 16 PSI. So I get more bulge out of this and more squishiness and rely more on the sidewall. So I think this is gonna work out pretty well, honestly. That's a lot lower PSI than I thought I was gonna be able to go to. All right, now that we've done everything we can to prepare, we've done tire pressures, we've got ropes, we've got snacks, most importantly. Let's go see if we can take the first Porsche ever up this hill. That's my guess. Okay. Well, shit. That's right where we gotta go. This was the last weekend I had before the snow really hits. Unless there's like a warm spell and then I'll go back out and do it. But the weekend before this was just pure rain and snowing. So we're gonna get as close to the snow as we can and get as far as we can, do some little snow ripping. We're inching our way closer, that's for sure. We're getting up the Alpine Road here. We're gonna keep going until we can, right? Well, we're getting close to the snow's edge, actually. It's just right there. But we're gonna go up to the last checkpoint and hope that I can make it. And Amanda's going in front of me in case she needs to pull. Well, that's all it wrote. We only made it 1,500 feet from the summit, so not bad, but that's all she got. So we're gonna stop here, have some lunch, and then get me out of here. Tie a rope to both of our cars. Well, unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait till next spring, well, probably summer, to get up there. But two things I learned. I am gonna need to have a low gear because the altitude just takes away all the power. And number two is less snow, I guess. I don't remember. But that's that. We learned a lot, we did a lot, we put the tires through a lot, and nothing failed. The tires did their job. The only thing that failed was not having four-wheel drive. But luckily, the rescue team had four-wheel drive and we could get out of there. Ain't that right, rescue team? Having Amanda with her Bronco here reminds me that there's an event that I still want to try and do called Save a Porsche Day, where we team a Porsche up with a capable car and go try things that are too much for Porsches and learn how to off-road. So if you want that to happen, tell me. We'll do it. Out here in Colorado. We'll go up there in the summer and do cool things. So, yeah, I guess we go home. Okay, well, the adventure's over. Time to go back to reality, I guess, and sit at a computer and dream about this 6 months from now.